Today on Geek Vs. Geek, we're wearing the Moto 360, the long-awaited Android watch, to answer the question first posed by Nikola Tesla. Is it worth it? Since the dawn of blogging, they couldn't see eye to eye on anything.
God, really?
Rival tech writers, Dave Johnson.
What is that useful for? Almost nothing.
And Rick Broida.
That has got to be the stupidest.
Face off in an epic battle of cunning.
That's smart.
Rhetoric.
Oh, no, I don't know where you're going with that.
And verbal brinksmanship.
You've lost out, sir.
This is Geek Vs. Geek. Today on Worth It, we have not the Apple Watch, but we do have the Moto 360, which is what?
Which is a smartwatch.
Okay.
Not the Apple Watch, but it is Motorola's entry into the smartwatch category. And it's a very nice piece of hardware. You know, the 360 is noteworthy for a couple of reasons, not the least of which it is round. This really looks like a watch, and it's a little thick, certainly, but I think it's a very nice accessory for your wrist.
So in terms of functionality, it is basically a notification-style smartwatch, right?
So you will get notifications of text messages and calls and calendar alarms, but also Google Now stuff, like if there's a traffic delay between here and home, if there's a change to your flight status, it will notify you of that.
That'll be helpful.
All very good stuff. If you just bring the watch up to your wrist and you say, okay, Google, it will connect with your phone and you can do all sorts of googly things without having to take your phone.
Googly things, I love that
Googly
expression.
things, yes.
So let me kind of tear down your little ivory tower that you just built. First of all, this is one of the complaints that I have with all smartwatches, that for the most part, they all live in a specific ecosystem. If you want this watch, and it's very pretty, and I could be convinced that I would want to own this, I have to switch to Android.
Yeah.
Likewise, if you happen to like the Apple Watch, you have to have an iPhone to use that. The only real exception is the Pebble, which is, you know, device agnostic. It works just as well with the iPhone as it does with Android. Also, it's not cheap.
Well, you know what? It's not, but it's $249. It starts at $249, whereas the Apple Watch we know is going to start at $349 and go up sharply from there. I think for what you're getting here, it's actually a pretty decent deal because it's color, it's a wireless charger for
Well,
inductive
let's
charging.
talk about that for a moment.
Okay.
Because, and this is the last of my major complaints with it, you get about a day, a single day of battery use out of it.
Isn't that true for most smartwatches? I mean, what's the battery life?
This gets a week.
No, it doesn't. It gets between 4 and 7 days, and it varies.
7 days, it turns out, is a week.
So it is a hassle. No question, it's a hassle, and it's imperfect. But it is more than just notifications, by the way. It's a step tracker, it's a sleep tracker, it's a heart rate monitor.
I
so
just
it does
noticed
I've
have,
seen the heart rate monitor in operation, and it doesn't seem to work that reliably.
I will say it is very attractive, and the screen is very crisp. So what's the bottom line? What do you guys think? Worth it or not?
You know, I wish I could endorse it, but I'm going to have to say not worth it.
And Rick?
You know what? I'm going to have to go right in the middle. For Android users, it is worth it. For everybody else, obviously, not so much.
There you have it. Dave says not worth it. Rick says yes if you are an Android user. What do you guys think of the Moto 360? Let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or email, and we will see you next time on Geek vs. Geek.